Hello. I had to do this video today. I was out shopping. By the way, it's early September and what a beautiful month so far to wear perfume. You know, in London the skies are really sunny and blue. It's cold weather, not too cold, it's cool. So you have to wear a jacket. You can get away with wearing like maybe a chunky knit cardigan, I suppose. But it's lovely and the air is circulating really generously. So, my perfume is just wafting around. I'm getting quite a few compliments, which is really nice. So, why did I do this video? Why did I want to do this video? I've got a few tips just in case there are people out there that don't know. Because I spoke to quite a few ladies today and a few friends, like via social media as well, and they didn't know this. Okay, so where do I start? I'm going to start with, do you know about Back to Mac? Right, let me just let you know, first of all, I'm not affiliated with any company. I don't get any bonuses or discounts or any freebies. All the information that I give you is just genuine information. If I find a shop that is giving you great discount, I'm going to share it with you, just as I would expect you guys to share it with me. That's why I like YouTube, because YouTube is so generous with information. And yeah, I'm not affiliated with any company. Would I like to be? Yeah. If it's going to give me some discounts and if I believe in a company or a product, I will definitely try to, work with them to get the information out there and to share discounts. But no, I'm not affiliated, okay? So this is just pure hobby interest. Okay, so back to Mac. I worked for Mac for 5 years I'm in my 30s. So when I was in my early 20s, I think between the ages of 19 and 24, 25, I think. Something like that. I worked for Mac. Loved working for that company. And I left to be a mother and to do other things. So Back to Mac is a recycling scheme that they have, which is if you return 6 empty plastic containers, so it could be your foundation, it can be a lipstick, lip gloss, and so on, then you get a free lipstick. And a lot of women I know do not know this. They throw their products in the bin. Don't do that, okay? So in my little box, I have my recyclables. Yeah, that's it. Just 6 empty containers. They've been doing this since I worked for them and probably before that. And you get a free lipstick, darling. When they give you the free lipstick, they just keep the packaging and they have to use that for admin reasons. But you just get your lipstick like that. So this one I got a matte lipstick, retro matte, and this one's called Runway Hit. I love my nudes. It's a barely there nude. It's that colour. What I like about this matte lipstick is it's got some type of emollient in there that doesn't make it too drying. So it's not as dry as the Ruby Woo, but it's still really lovely. So I like that. Yeah, so let me tell you what happened. I went into the Perfume Shop. And I don't shop with the Perfume Shop. If I do shop with the Perfume Shop, it's because they've got some amazing deal. And I normally shop with them online because normally they have more, they just got more voucher codes that you can use. So you can get your perfumes really discounted more than in store. And I don't really like the customer service in the Perfume Shop at all, to be honest. I think every time I go into the Perfume Shop, there just seems to be kind of like a pretentious attitude, or I don't think the people that work there do have a serious love for fragrances. I just think it's just their day job. And I don't think they have they don't have vast information about notes and so on. It's a guessing game. They don't even bother to like Google on their phones or anything. Like if you ask them what the notes are, they just rely on the tester bottles and they look at the back of the tester bottles and they just kind of tell you, they just reel off the notes that are in there, but they don't really have like a great interest And I don't like to waste people's time. I know that they're desperate for sales, and I know I'm not gonna buy with them. I've rarely bought perfumes directly from the perfume shop, in store. So yeah, I don't really enjoy going in there. The only reason why I do go in there is to actually smell a scent. So if I've seen a really good deal online, I normally just go in quickly because, there's a lot of perfume shops locally, rather than going all the way to West End to go into the grand department stores to smell perfumes, which is better because you don't feel so harassed, and I don't feel they come across as pretentious. But, basically it's just easier. Yeah. I do like the fragrance shop, by the way. The fragrance shop in Lewisham, the manager there, she is top class, great customer service skills, really polite, very helpful, and very generous in terms of her advice and her time. So I like, I can't remember her name. She's got my cousin's name, Alicia, I think her name is. She's a cool girl. Anyway, so I went into the perfume shop and I was wearing a perfume that got a lot of attraction. So the lady asked me, "What are you wearing?" And I told her, "Britney Spears Fantasy." She was like, "Britney Spears?" I said, "Yeah, she's got quite a range of perfumes." So she was like, "Oh." And I said, "But I don't just have that on. I've got Britney Spears Hidden Fantasy." Let me just check if it's Hidden Fantasy. No, not hidden, sorry. I've got Britney Spears Midnight Fantasy. I did tell her that. Yeah, I've got Britney Spears Midnight Fantasy, and I've also got Britney Spears Fantasy. So she was like, "Oh." I said, "Yeah, I sprayed both." So she was like, "Oh, let me get both. Let me get both." And I was like, I don't want this lady to buy both, because her buying both is going to cost her about nearly £50. She don't have to do that. So I said, "Can I just have a word with you?" And I took her aside. And I can see the annoyance of the perfume shop staff looking like, "Why is this lady taking our customer away? What is she doing?" And I said, "Look, honey, I'm wearing Fantasy Twist." She was like, "But you said," sorry, she's a Nigerian lady, and I was going to put on a Nigerian accent, but I don't want to offend people. But, she was like, "But you just told me you was wearing Midnight Fantasy. Now you're telling me you're wearing Twist." I said, "No, darling, I'm not lying to you. Let me show you." Now, I don't take my perfumes out with me. So I went on my phone and I showed her the bottle, and I said, "They don't sell it in this shop, but you can get it from Superdrugs, or you can buy it online. And it's going to cost you like £20 for a 50ml of Fantasy and a 50ml of Midnight Fantasy. So you're going to get two perfumes in one for like the price of one." So she was just so baffled. Anyway, I showed her the picture and she kind of understood. And let me just show you what it is. This is what I'm talking about. I don't really hear a lot of people talk about Britney Spears Fantasy Twist. Such a brilliant economical idea, guys. It's just fantastic, because this is a 100ml Britney Spears Fantasy Twist, and what makes it 100ml is you've got Britney Spears Fantasy on one side, you've got this little hole there where you put your thumb in to open it, so you've got 50ml Fantasy there, and you've got a 50ml Midnight Fantasy on the other side. So, darlings, this is what I do. It smells so good. Britney, I'm proud of you, darling. Oh, the two together, obviously not on top. I don't like to put perfumes on top of each other, but the two, are like next to each other, sitting near to each other, is just amazing. You can get this in different ml sizes as well. So the 30ml would be a 15ml on that side and a 15ml on that side, and it's small and dinky, and it's quite hard wearing, really, the packaging. So you could just actually put this in your bag. This is a bit too big, but I would say that the 30ml is a really good size, and I think she does it smaller, I'm not sure. But this cost me £20. I think I got this from allbeauty.co.uk. And yeah, oh, so it's really long lasting, sweet, sensual, candy, sexy scent. And I just, honestly, compliments galore. So economical, great value for money, and very attractive to look at. And you'll get loads of compliments. Okay, so that's if you like both scents, you know. Another, going on to the whole economical kind of advice of how to buy perfume, if that makes sense. Another perfume, the kitten is trying to get through the cat's lap. Why, when I'm recording Little Kitten, did she get through? Mimi, Mimi. Oh, she's crying outside. 1 minute. Come on, little one. Okay. As always, the cats and the kittens are interrupting. So I've only got 2 cats, by the way. Daddy cat and baby girl. So yeah, wanted to talk to you about economical solutions for buying perfume. Is that better? Chanel No. 5. This is the Chanel No. 5 Eau de Toilette. I would prefer the Eau de Parfum. I don't think the Chanel Eau de Toilette lasts that long on my skin. I love this scent. It's amazing. I've had this bottle since I was about, I don't know, 20 something, my early 20s. One of the first sets of perfumes that I bought, based on the fact that Marilyn Monroe, who I really admire, only wore this to bed. And when I was becoming a woman, I wanted to be like Marilyn Monroe and only wear Chanel No. 5 to bed. But now I wear a massive toweling robe, headscarf, the works. But at the time, you know, I wanted to be like Marilyn Monroe. So why is this economical? Well, you can buy Chanel No. 5 in the glass bottle, I suppose. But this is, again, hard wearing packaging. And I don't normally put perfumes in my bag. I would have no issue putting this in my bag because it's not going to break. And what's great about it is it's refillable. And the refillable perfume is so much more, it's super cheaper to buy than buying the glass bottle version. So let me just show you. You have this on each side, either side, you have these little black, what are they called? Buttons, I suppose. You squeeze them in, you push the lid off, and you take out the refillable. You take off the nozzle, sorry, and the refillable bottle is inside. So you just pull it out, and that's a 50 ml. It's empty, not a drop left. Still smell it. So I think it's like £52 to buy the refillable, and I think you can buy, I think it's the same price everywhere. I think you could even go into a Chanel shop. Don't take my word on this, but I think you can go into a Chanel shop and buy a refillable, and it's about £52. House of Fraser, Debenhams, and online it's quite accessible. So I would say this is really good value for money. You're not going to break your bottle. And I think the refillables are available worldwide as well. So if you wanted to go on holiday, you could take this, not worrying about it breaking. And it's easy to replace. So easy to just fit back on, look. Some people like the glass bottle. They, you know, it depends on how you want your things to be displayed, I suppose. But this is kind of like very vintage to me now because I've had it for so long. Revealing my age. Yeah, so those are just 3 little tricks. You've got your back to MAC. Don't throw away your MAC packaging, so you can get a free lipstick. I think MAC lipsticks are like worth £15 now. So that's saving you £15 each time. And makes you feel like, you know what, when you buy your makeup from MAC, it's almost like an investment because you're always going to get something back from the packages. The packaging, not the cardboard packaging. Remember, it's the actual packaging. Lipstick, lip gloss, foundation, moisturizers, whatever. And yeah, Britney Spears twist. Brilliant. Great idea. And Chanel, Coco Chanel. Recycling. Great ideas. Okay. So that was all I wanted to share with you. And have a great day. Enjoy the weather if you're in London. I know it's not, I know our summer is like really coming to an end. Do we even have a summer? But you know what? At least we're going to smell good in the months approaching, you know? Because this air is the best air for perfume. So, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.